Welcome to our continuing series, Questions and Answers for a World in Crisis. Today, the subject is falsehood. From the Mother. Falsehood is the great ally of death. Once falsehood is conquered, all difficulties will go. The earth is still governed by ignorance and falsehood, but the time has come for the manifestation of truth. 9th August 1954. May the truth be invincible, overwhelming, all-powerful, leaving no room for falsehood anywhere and forever. 1956. The world is a place of falsehood, and it is only in the silent depths of the divine that one can find the peace of truth. 15 December 1964. Truth is stronger than falsehood. There is an immortal power that governs the world. Its decisions always prevail. Join with it, and you are sure of the final victory. Worship truth. It will cure you of falsehood. When men will be disgusted with the falsehood in which they live, then the world will be ready for the reign of the truth. Before dying, falsehood rises in full swing. Still people understand only the lesson of catastrophe. Will it have to come before they open their eyes to the truth? So I ask an effort from all so that it has not to be. It is only the truth that can save us. Truth in words, truth in action, truth in will, truth in feelings. It is a choice between serving the truth or being destroyed. For those who are eager to get rid of falsehood, here is the way. Do not try to please yourself. Do not try either to please others. Try only to please the Lord, because He alone is the truth. Each and every one of us, human beings in our physical body, is a coat of falsehood put on the Lord and hiding Him. As He alone is true to Himself, it is on Him that we must concentrate, and not on the coats of falsehood. Those who wish to help the light of truth to prevail over the forces of darkness and falsehood can do so by carefully observing the initiating impulses of their movements and actions, and discriminate between those that come from the truth and those that come from the falsehood, in order to obey the first and to refuse or reject the others. This power of discrimination is one of the first effects of the advent of the truth's light in the earth's atmosphere. Indeed, it is very difficult to discriminate the impulses of truth from the impulses of falsehood, unless one has received this special gift of discrimination that the light of truth has brought. However, to help at the beginning, one can take as a guiding rule that all that brings with it or creates peace, faith, joy, harmony, wideness, unity, and ascending growth comes from the truth, while all that carries with it restlessness, doubt, skepticism, sorrow, discord, selfish narrowness, inertia, discouragement, and despair comes straight from the falsehood. there is only one solution for falsehood. It is to cure in ourselves all that contradicts in our consciousness the presence of the divine. 31 December 1972. Let us offer our falsehood to the divine, so that he may change it to joyous truth. If any element of this totality is taken separately and affirmed as the sole truth, however central or comprehensive it may be, it necessarily becomes a falsehood, for then it denies all the rest of the total truth. This is precisely what constitutes an indisputable dogma, and this is why it is the most dangerous type of falsehood, because each one affirms that it is the sole and exclusive truth. The absolute, infinite, eternal truth is unthinkable for the mind, which can only conceive that which is spatial and temporal, fragmentary and limited. Thus, on the mental plane, the absolute truth is divided into innumerable fragmentary and contradictory truths, which strive in their entirety to reproduce the original truth as best they can. For each is a truth that attempts to affirm itself as the sole truth, to the exclusion of all the other truths, which, through their innumerable totality, express progressively in the becoming the infinite, eternal, and absolute truth. That is how they deny the total truth. I am not saying anything officially, because I have said, and always repeat, that politics is in complete falsehood, based on falsehood, and I am not dealing with it, meaning that I am not in politics, I do not want to be, but that doesn't stop me from seeing clearly. People have come and asked me, from every side, by the way, for my opinion, view, or advice. I said, no, I don't deal in politics. You see, all diplomacy is absolutely based on a deliberate falsehood. As long as it is like that, there's no hope. The inspirations will always come from the wrong side. Inspirations, impulsions, ideas, everything will always come from the wrong side, which means the inescapable blunder for everyone. A few rare individuals feel that and are aware of it, and they are half desperate because nobody listens to them. So we could say that falsehood is the sorrow of the Lord, and that his joy is the cure for all falsehood. Sorrow had to be expressed so as to be erased from the creation, and sorrow is falsehood. The Lord's sorrow in its essence, is falsehood. So to live in falsehood is to hurt the Lord. It opens up horizons, and his joy is the cure for everything. Sri Aurobindo, from the origin and remedy of falsehood, error, wrong, and evil. They live according to another idea of self than the reality, deluded, attached, expressing a falsehood. As if by enchantment they see the false as the true. Maitri Upanishad. These are they who are conscious of the much falsehood in the world. They grow in the house of truth. They are the strong and invincible sons of infinity. Rig Veda. There can, therefore, be no absolute of falsehood, no absolute of evil. These things are a byproduct of the world movement. The somber flowers of falsehood and suffering and evil have their root in the black soil of the inconscient. Falsehood and darkness are strong everywhere on the earth, and have always been so, and at times they seem to dominate. But there have also been not only gleams, but outbursts of the light. In the mass of things and the long course of time, whatever may be the appearance of this or that epoch or movement, the growth of light is there, and the struggle towards better things does not cease. At the present time, falsehood and darkness have gathered their forces and are extremely powerful. But even if we reject the assertion of the mystics and prophets since early times that such a condition of things must precede the manifestation, and is even a sign of its approach, yet it does not necessarily indicate the decisive victory, even temporary, of the falsehood. It merely means that the struggle between forces is at its acme. The result may very well be the stronger emergence of the best that can be, for the world movement often works in that way. I leave it at that and say nothing more.